Cool. All right, so we're rolling.
Yeah.
Cool. Have you ever been on YouTube before?
Yes, I have a few times.
Oh yeah. What have you
I
done?
used I used to game a lot with a bunch of people on mine because they used to be streamers and they used to do tournaments and stuff for like Fortnite. I used to be in those tournaments. I used to tournament all the time.
Did you like? Were you a very good builder? Were you one of those
Yeah,
guys who just like would be
I'm
very annoying?
I had over like almost 2,000 wins on Fortnite. I'm an OG.
Oh my God. Why'd you stop?
Well, because since I'm in school, I'm in high school. I'm getting up there, and even though I was winning tournaments and winning, wages and stuff, winning money, good amount of money. I mean, I'm still kind of doing it still, but I'm not doing as much as I used to do, because I'm in sports. I've been in sports all my life, and I haven't stopped yet. And I've been trying to pursue my dreams to be, to go D1, to play
Wow.
football, baseball, dude. And I'm a really good baseball and football player, and I've been like that since I was little. And I stopped because of that, and I've been focusing more on school and stuff. And I took a break from it, but I'm still good either way. I'll tell you, I get on, and I'm just as sweaty. I think as I
Dude,
I'm like,
what is your like gamer tag or Twitch stream or whatever?
I don't have a Twitch anymore because ever since then I deleted Twitch on my PC, and I mean I mostly like streamed on
Was it Mixer on that thing?
yeah, it was Mixer. That's what I mostly did it on, but
Dude, what
Twitch.
happened to Mixer? Like, wasn't that like such a? It was like a much better streaming service, right? Than Twitch.
Yeah, people still do use Mixer. I used to use it some most of the time on my PC, and oh my gosh, dude, I, my mom and dad get like they get really like agitated and aggravated. Hear me up there like this clicking, dude, like the whole clicking. Because I'm a really fast builder. I'm not, they could just hear me clicking the keyboard and this move crazy.
So like, so now with your football and your
Hmm.
baseball, right? Like what? How are you going to choose between those two? I mean, it's probably must be choosing between like two siblings almost.
Well, it's gonna come down to the wire because I'm both good. I'm good at both sports, and both sports are really good. They're hard working, and I do it every day, dude. I'm with you. Look, I go to football practice half the day. I go to that, and I go to baseball right after that, dude. Every day. I've been doing this for 5 months now.
Wow,
Every,
you must love it though, right? If you keep doing it.
oh yeah, the game, dude. I eat, sleep, breathe baseball and football. That's all I do.
Wow.
Baseball, school, baseball, football, go home, and then do whatever I have to do,
What's
and
the
it's
hard?
repeat every day.
What's the hardest part about all of this for you?
Well, it's mostly practice, workouts, putting extra work in like I've been doing. I stay after practice. I put extra work in, get a couple of swings in, get my reps in, go on the field, just stir a little bit, get my
Yeah, like
arm loose.
loosened up.
Yeah. And then for football, I do the same thing basically, but instead I don't throw in football. I go through drills by myself. I usually stay after football. I stay after football almost every day, and I just do drills and keep going
What
until
position are you in football?
I'm a middle linebacker.
Oh my god, dude! So you like you like go right up the middle and take out the quarterback, right?
Yeah, dude. I
How
mean,
tall are you? Are you like 6'3"? That's my guess.
no, I'm 5'8". I'm almost. No, I'm not 5'8". I'm 5'11". 5'8".
That's okay. That's cool if you're 5'8". That's fine.
But like I'm like kind of stocky built.
hmm
I'm lifting a lot in football, which is crazy.
So like, what do your parents think about all of this? Are they like pretty supportive of everything,
Oh
or
yeah, they're very supportive, dude. Always at my games. Always, always cheering me on. Always telling me good advice, and that helps me. That helps me a lot because they're supporting me, and they're there, right there with me the whole time while I'm doing this. And dude, look, if I keep working like I am, I'm going D1. I promise you, I'll have a scholarship by the end of the year as long as I keep doing this.
Is there a school that you want to go to?
I want to go to Alabama. I want to play both football and baseball, but I want to go. I want to do football first, and then I'll do baseball after that.
My God, it must be so intimidating. Like in your position, like thinking about playing football at
Yeah,
Alabama at Crimson Tide, like that. Like
you got dudes that are 5-star freaking recruits and possibly NFL players, and dude's big. That's the stuff that I got to get into because I need. Even though I'm stocky, I'm kind of built. I'm pretty big for me. I think I'm pretty big, and because I've
how
been
much
working
do you
out.
weigh? Are you like 215,
Yeah,
something like that? That's my
yeah.
guess. That's my guess. I mean, I'm
I'm
5'9" and I'm like 180 pounds, 185 pounds.
I'm 215, and I'm 5'11. But I lift a lot. I've been lifting so much lately.
So like, what is some of the best advice your parents have given you lately?
Well, it's mostly it's mostly about school and sports and stuff. Like mainly they've been really telling me about keep stay in school. Don't hang out with the wrong. Don't hang out with the bad people because it's gonna screw it up. It's gonna screw your career up. And it's mostly sports. They want me to stay in sports and keep doing what I'm doing. And they're saying that if I keep doing what I'm doing, they'll promise me I'll get a scholarship. If I
Wow.
keep, I've been working for so long, dude, and it gets tired and it gets frustrating sometimes. But I pick my head up. I just love the game, so I just keep going.
What's a story that you have of like a tough time, like with I don't know, like who you are today, right? You have an idea of who you are, your identity. Like, what's a story that you think has been, I don't know, important to who you are today?
Well, when I started growing up, I thought, I got into. I've been realizing like as a person, there's a lot of responsibilities that you have to have as a person, and I've grown up to now because as soon as I got into sports, I loved it. I loved it. I couldn't tell you how much I loved it. I played, I played, and I got to this level where you know it kind of started to get hard for me because I wasn't in a good position at that point, and then I started like not saying I wasn't a bad person. It was just some stuff that I was struggling with during
Could
school,
like
and
was it like classes or was it
yeah,
social?
it was classes, but mostly I realized at that point when I was struggling, I realized I sat down with myself and I talked to God just to help me be there with me, and I read the Bible. I read the Bible every night, and then I sit there and read it and just read verses, dude. And I talked to God that night, that day after, and next day after, dude, it hit me just like that, and I'm like, I just realized that I need to set myself, I need to set a goal for myself that I have to meet. As soon as I meet that goal, I'm going to the next goal. And when I got to that point, I met a goal. I kept going, dude. I just kept going, and then next thing you know, I was there. I was at the top where I wanted to be. And now, I'm doing good in school, doing good in sports, having a good life, have a good family, doing what I have to do around the house. Keeping it real, and that's it, bro. I'm
Wow,
just life right now.
that's great. Yeah. Do you know what when someone asks Tom Brady what his favorite Super Bowl is? Do you know what he
Yeah,
says?
no, dude.
He says the next one.
Because even though I don't like Tom Brady myself, I dislike him because of everything he does.
Because he's so good. Yeah.
Kind of hatred. He's kind of like cocky sometimes,
Mm.
and but I get where he's coming from because he's won so many Super Bowls, and like you said, he wants to win the next one because the one before is gonna be a memory that he's gonna have, and
Mm.
that he'll never forget. He's gonna set another goal, like I was saying,
Right.
and win a Super Bowl.
Right. Yeah, it sounds like a very similar mentality to you. You know, like you have that goal and you work towards it, you work towards it, and then, don't rest on your laurels kind of deal, you know.
Yeah,
Um,
because really, you can't depend on a lot of people these days. Like mostly, I depend on my family, my friends, people that are there with me. You know, um,
when you're saying that, like it's hard to depend on people, hard to like trust people. Like
yes,
what are you thinking of? Yeah, like who are you thinking of when you're thinking about that, when you're saying
like
that?
like safe like people that have trust issues and they don't trust themselves or what they're saying. They can't control what they're saying, and they tell you things that's not right. That's not good for you, and it's gonna make it worse. But I try to stay real with people. I try to stay as chill as possible because what's the point in like kind of getting mad at them if they're trying and I mean if it don't work, I mean at least they're trying at their best.
Yeah. Are you saying that because there are people that you like that are around you, like in the sports as well, like at school, that are kind of doing that?
You sometimes like people around my school, not my teammates. My teammates are the best. I have the best teammates ever, dude. This is not even playing. It's unreal of how good my football and baseball teammates are. They're amazing, dude. I couldn't get a better team without them, dude. They're
Oh,
they're fun to talk to, bro. They're chill. We have recruits too, which is awesome.
wow. It just like bolsters your team to be the best that they can possibly be.
Baseball, we got recruits. Football, we got recruits.
So like how big is your high school?
It's pretty big, and because we got all of our stuff. Our school's pretty big. I can tell you, we have a lot of kids in our school, and
What is school like now, like with COVID in Mississippi? Like I have no
oh my god,
idea.
it's crazy, dude.
Yeah.
It's so bad. It got to the point where like when it first started, it was bad, and then it was like really bad, and it got to where people in our school started getting quarantined. Like I got quarantined. Whole football team got quarantined one time for 2 weeks. It was bad. I had a packet of work about this big. I was so like, oh my gosh, it's bad.
Now, were you
And
guys in remote school ever, or did the school shut down?
no, the school didn't shut down, but like I was saying, like the first time it got really bad, and then COVID cases started going up. People started, dying and all this, and being devastated about it. I mean, it's devastating. And then, you know, the like I don't know how long ago it was, but it wasn't long ago that it started going down, and then next thing you know, it shot straight back up, and it went up.
Oh,
And dude, the cases now are like going up quick. Like in the counties that we have, like Harrison County, Jackson County, Hancock County, all of them right there, they're going up on cases. And but our governor, our governor's like, this is what I didn't get. This don't make any sense to me. But they're allowing the max capacity in restaurants now, and like everywhere. That's what our governor did. And I was thinking, that's not a good idea because what if, a lot of people in there have COVID and they're all around each other. And, when you get to the table, you got to take your mask off to eat. So,
yeah.
that if there's max capacity, what's going to happen? A couple people can be in there, have COVID, and they can give everybody COVID in that whole place. And it'd be bad right
What
after then.
do you know many people that have died of COVID?
Yes, I do. Actually.
Oh, that's awful. Like your age, or were they older?
No, older.
Like friends, parents, and stuff like that. Friends, grandparents.
Yeah.
Oh God, that sucks.
But the thing with me, my whole family's had it, but it
Oh,
wasn't bad. It wasn't severe. Like with me, it sucked for me because when I was the first. I was the second one to get it because my little brother got it, but he wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. It didn't last long for him for not long, and then went on vacation after Christmas of last year, and the day after Christmas we went up to Tennessee, and I got it there like the second day we were there, and I mean, I didn't feel bad at all, dude. I was not, I didn't have a sore throat, didn't have nothing. I mean, I had a headache and that was it. But I took Motrin, dude, and it went away that quick. And then, um, like I started, I had a sinus infection. I got a bad sinus infection, like a couple days after that, and ever since then, I couldn't taste or smell. It was so bad. I still can't
Oh,
taste or smell till this day.
really?
It's been, let's see, December, December, January, February, March. It's been 4 months, dude.
That's freaky to me. Like that there's like a long term effect with your scent and your taste,
Yeah.
right? I don't
I
know.
mean, I'm getting my smell back, but my taste is still kind of, it's still kind of off the hook.
So like, do you think I don't know?
And then it went away after we came home after vacation. It just went away, and then I was done.
Do you think that like the people in charge have been doing a good job like handling this?
Yeah, they have actually. Like down here, dude, it's been so good. Like even though the cases are up, so many people down here got vaccinated. Just it was just on the news, I think last night, because our governor said that so like over like thousands of people have gotten vaccinated, and
Wow.
it's been it's been good because these people haven't had major side effects from it. Like my papa, my nana had got the vaccine shot, and they said it wasn't bad. It was like, um,
Like
it was
mild, right? Like mild side effects or something.
it. Some people have like bad, like it's sometimes it's major for some people, but usually when my papa and nana got it, they said all they had was a sore arm. It was just sore, and that was it. No major side effects.
I think it's a very good idea to get a vaccine. I don't think that many people. I mean, do you know many people who were like anti-vaccine?
Hmm. I
Really?
do. Yes.
What do you think about it?
Well, I'm not taking it for some reasons because um, for one, these sinus effects. I mean, even though it's went away, I don't want to mess. I don't want to get another one. You never know with this; it might be, but I don't want to get a bad reaction and then I end up in the hospital and something happened to me. That's what my mom's really worried about, and so I told her we're not taking it. Our whole family's not taking it.
Mm-hmm.
We told my grandparents. I told my grandparents that, and I was like,
No.
and
Yeah, I think that I've also been like kind of apprehensive to get the vaccine, but I think because I mean I have played it safe. I played it smart, I think. But I
yeah,
think I don't know. I think that it's better safe than sorry to get it. But the thing is that if you've already had it, if you've already had COVID,
exactly. What's the point in getting it?
yeah, like there are these tests called antibody tests,
Yeah, I
which
know what you're talking about.
you know what, have you
Yeah.
gotten one of those?
No, I have not. I have not got one of those.
Like it may be smart to see like to go get one of those tests to see if you have the antibodies, and if you have the antibody, then there's no need to get a vaccine. But
Exactly.
if you don't have antibodies like me, I think it's best. I think it's best to get the vaccine just to like make sure, And the chances, like I think they, like these articles that I was reading said that like out of like hundreds of thousands of experiments on people, like that only like one out of 100,000 or something like that had even a mild side effect. So I think those numbers I think are important to look at, and I'd advocate for a vaccine. I think.
Like, even though to this day I've seen people get flu shots because flu is a major symptom of the coronavirus, and I've seen people get flu shots, like two flu shots at a time, and because they want to play it extra safe, and I don't get two at a time. I get one, but they're different medicines, and it helps me a lot because I used to get the flu really bad,
Hmm.
and dude, run 103, 104 fever.
Oh God.
I had
Ugh.
one bad that I had to get an IV in my arm.
Really?
Like, dude, I was running. Ice was like 106 fever, dude. It was bad. And burning up. My whole head was, throbbing. Had migraines. I couldn't really do anything. And it happened on a day that, it was on a school day, I think, and that was the worst day because I woke up and I had felt so bad. I was, my head was warm. My head was throbbing. I couldn't do anything. I had a migraine. I woke up like in the middle of the night, screaming my head off because my head was so bad. And I felt so bad for screaming because I woke my parents up and they were, trying to check on me. I've had like at least 3 ice packs on my head because it was so bad.
God.
The day that, and I know my head started to calm down and I went to sleep. I got up that next day and then my mom put an IV on me for a while and I sat there for a while, like a couple hours, and I had to sit there for a while, and then like maybe a week or two after that, it started to calm down, and then it went away, and then I was so happy because I didn't want to go through that again.
I mean, you wonder how like people, there are people out there who are getting COVID and getting
Yeah,
sick, and they don't have supportive family. They don't have money.
yeah,
Like especially like these people who are like maybe 40 or 50. Who already have health conditions. They have children, and they
exactly.
get sick, and then like you wonder, that we're just like so lucky that we are in a situation where we don't really need to worry about like having children that we
Yeah,
need to take care of, or it's
because I'm glad that my mom and dad have a paying job because it's really good because I feel that we're lucky because if we didn't have all this money and it was during COVID, we'd be screwed, dude. We wouldn't have nothing to do, and it was like that back then when I was little, and we didn't have a lot of money, and then they started doing jobs. My dad's a police officer, my mom's a nurse at a really good hospital. Oh my god, dude, they're making a good amount of money each year, and now we're living in a good house, have good cars, it's everything.
do you know have you heard much about this story about like the workers at uh, the Amazon warehouse in Alabama? Have you heard anything about these stories
Hmm.
about like those Amazon workers wanting to join a union
Yeah.
and everything? Do you know anything about that? Do you have any opinions on like if
No, I haven't heard much about it, but I've heard them saying stuff about it. Like,
yeah, well, I'm just wondering because usually police officers, like someone like your dad, works for a union,
hmm
and I was wondering if like that was something that you would ever talk to him about, like if I don't know if he ever does, like your dad ever talk about unions or anything.
no, I mean not really, but he mostly is focused on work. Always talk about work, but here's the thing with my dad. This is like my opinion, and he's always talking about it. When he's around people like during work like police work, he likes to talk about work, and I don't blame him. But when he's around people that always talk about work, like police work, he don't want to be around them. He goes away, dude. I promise you. He told me this the other day because he went to somewhere. He went out of town with a couple of buddies, and this one guy kept talking about work and work and work, and he was just getting so agitated. He just walked off on him because he wants to have a real,
A
you know,
vacation.
yeah,
Yeah.
a real vacation and not talk about work. Don't worry about work, and that's what I do. Like when I would go when we because we go on vacation every summer, and throughout the summer we do everything. Go on cruises, go to the beach, and all of this other stuff. And so now that you know, when we go on vacation, I die down. You know, I turn. I
Yeah.
barely get on, and I let all the social media, clear out of my head. Just sleep. Yeah, 'cause-
Yeah, get away. Really get
yeah,
away.
away from it. And once I do, I'm calm, I'm quiet, I'm talkative,
No.
and that's really helped me out because I used to be on like I'm gonna tell you a true story. I used to, like as I was growing up, all I did was stay on my phone. I was addicted to my phone, and I never had the chance to do it because I was always inside, dude. And I started I got to about 10, 11. I think it was 11 or 12 years old. I started to realize I needed to be outside more. And I was, dude, as soon as that happened, I was outside every day from daylight to dark every day.
Do you think, like, if eventually you have kids, just assuming, like,
hmm
if you do, like, do you think that you'll give your kids a phone when they're like 8 years old or 9 years old, or
I don't,
what do you?
that's a hard question because, usually some 8-year-olds know what they're doing, but it's kind of hard to give a 8-year-old a phone
How
when
old were you when you got your first one?
I was 10.
10.
Yeah. And I had a 4.
Oh, really? An iPhone 4?
Yeah, the phone was so small.
Would you give, like, do you think 10 is a good age to give a kid a phone?
Well, yeah, because they're getting to double digits, so it's not really that, but they're getting to where they know how to use one.
Hmm.
And I think if I let my kid get one at like age 11 or 12, maybe 11, they'll know. Because sometimes you got to teach a kid how to use a phone,
Yeah.
mostly.
Yeah,
And I,
how to use it as a tool and not like
yeah,
become addicted like you were talking about, you know.
yeah, and that's what I'm gonna do if I have kids. And
I mean, that's a long way away.
yeah,
Right?
because my brother, my older brother, he's got a girlfriend that he's about to marry soon, and I'm glad they've been together for a while since they were young, and they haven't broken up, and then they've been together for so long. And I've been right there with them. I've been supportive with my older brother. He's got a good job. He's racing. He does racing, and he makes good money racing.
Wow, like
And
NASCAR racing?
dirt
Oh, okay. Dirt biking.
sprint cars.
Oh, wow. Interesting. That's something that I know zero about. Know absolutely
Oh,
nothing about that.
just know that it's 600 power monster machines that go around a track 170 something miles an hour.
Oh my god. Dude, Mississippi is like a place that like I've never been, and like I don't know. I just have. What are some things about Mississippi that is different from any other state?
Well, mostly you see in Mississippi, it's like us. It's like me, us, and like Texas, basically. But Texas is bigger than Mississippi. Mostly you see here is either mostly you see country out here. It's mostly a country state because but most people live in the country down here, and you know, you see a lot of places that you've never seen before, and I mean, we have a good sized airport and stuff like that, and good sized shop places to go like Walmart and stuff and all this. But you mostly see country out here. I
Hmm.
mean, if you go in my city, which is Gulfport, it's all populated, and then I live like a couple miles, couple hour, not even an hour, couple miles from it, and I live in the country, so you
Uh-huh.
know
So
it's
like, are
not.
you close to are you close to Texas? Is that like
No, but I'm saying like it's almost
it's
similar to Texas.
like I say.
Yeah, but um, but you mostly see country out here. There's a lot of country people down here. That's all you see. You'll see you'll see water trucks, lifted trucks. All this other.
Now, like the whole like I mean, I think a lot of people these days know and are aware of like racism being a major thing, and Mississippi at least has a I would imagine has like a reputation of being like a racist state, which I also like there are so many different people, and like I
Yeah,
hate painting the broad brush, but painting with a broad brush about that kind of stuff, but like what is your thought of like what's going on with racism here in America and in Mississippi?
It's it's brutal, dude. It's it's crazy because people say this kind of stuff to being racist, and it's really irritating, and it's disrespectful. Being racist for no reason. Like, what's the point in doing that? Like, are you are you trying to prove a point about yourself? Are you trying to just do it to do it? And people getting shot these days for no reason. I don't get that. Like, we have so many shootings down here, it's not even funny. Like,
Really?
for no reason and all this other stuff. And you know, like,
Do you see like a lot of racist stuff happening?
I mean, around me, I don't. But I don't know what's going on. Usually around like other places, I don't. I don't really see any. But if I saw somebody being racist to somebody, I'm gonna say something. Put
Like
it clear.
for you, like what would seeing like what is a racist thing that you think you could see that that you would categorize as racist?
Somebody, treating like your other, let's say, treating another, skin color different than than you want to be really treated. Like, say for instance, say for example, sitting at dinner, this white lady comes up to this black couple and says something really rude, and they can't have it, and then they come up to a white couple and then they said they can have it or something like that.
Mm,
And and that's being racist, dude. And I'm like, and I've seen, now we got Joe Biden as our president. They thought Trump was racist, and I didn't see all of that. I don't know if he's racist or not because I haven't seen all of it. But they wanted him out of office for some reason. They didn't like him, and they didn't want Joe Biden. And then now it's so crazy now because prices went up, gas prices went up. Like, stuff at the store, like say for instance, like beef jerky or something, has went up like $1 or something.
interesting.
$1 a bag, I think. $1.30 something. That's how much it went up. And
Well,
it's crazy now, with this pandemic going on and we having a new president. It's something crazy.
what do you think of Biden? Do you have any thoughts of him?
I mean, I don't really like the guy. He's kind of like I was talking about Tom Brady. He's kind of cocky.
Mm,
Like, he's like, prideful. Very. Like, he has too much pride. And Trump wasn't like that. Trump was not like that. Was never like that. And that's what I liked about Trump. He wasn't prideful. Pride gets a long way. Somebody's got pride, dude. It's something else. It's a whole nother story.
I think what's interesting about this is like I think that media really influences a lot of what we see, right? Because I mean, when I look at Trump and I all I could see was him just talking about him winning all the time and him being the best and him being and to me I equate that as being pretty prideful.
Yeah.
Um,
You
you know,
know, actually, speaking of that was one of the things that he was prideful about. And, at that point, I kind of thought maybe like he was being too, kind of cocky about it. And it wasn't really right about that. But I don't know. I haven't heard, like, I don't know what else he's done ever since he got out of office. So, it's kind
yeah,
of hard to.
well, yeah, he's been quiet now. I mean, I guess his Twitter was suspended or he was like expelled from social media or something. But yeah, he's been quiet. I think he's been golfing. He's been
Probably.
enjoying his golf courses. Yeah,
Because that
interesting.
dude, there ain't no telling what he does. He's a freaking billionaire. There ain't,
Dude, I wish I had that money. Right? My God,
dude, he makes so much money.
ridiculous. Well, one day when whenever you're in the NFL and you're playing on the let's see who would your team be? I guess maybe the Dallas Cowboys. I'm guessing.
No, I don't like.
Are you the Saints fan?
Yeah, I'm a Saints
Okay,
fan.
cool. When
Well,
you're playing middle line, inside linebacker for the Saints, you'll be making that money.
oh my God. freaking week every week, even a game every game. Speaking of that, because they make every game.
Yeah, and then if you like, then with you get bonuses, right? If you win, and oh my god,
Yeah,
it's
like
nuts.
like say for instance, like going to playoffs, and then a Super Bowl, they get extra money, especially in the playoffs. They get a bonus, and then they get a lot more winning the Super Bowl.
I think you could probably make more money from baseball, though, right?
Yeah, like baseball. I think baseball makes a little more than football than the NFL. MLB makes a lot more.
That's like I remember A Rod getting like $200 million like 15 years ago or something like that.
Like like Aaron Judge and all them, all the big time players like Mike Trout, Derek Jeter, and all them. They made a lot of money every game, and till this day, they still make money. Aaron Judge is still playing. He still played for the Yankees, and then Mike Trout's still playing for the Angels.
Well, dude, this has been an awesome talk. I really appreciate you like stopping and talking.
No problem, dude. It's been an actually good talk. I haven't had one of these talks in a good while, dude.
Cool,
It's been
man.
a hot minute.
Well, so I'm gonna before we go, are there any other like kind of last thoughts that you'd like to leave?
I mean, not really, but I just really appreciate, you stopping and asking me to do this because, this has been a good talk. I really like, reaching out to people and, talking about my life and talking about other things that are happening now. And it's a new year, been a new year, and everything that's happening in this year.
Yeah, man. Yeah, dude, it's been great. So I'm gonna upload this video right now, so it'll probably be coming on in maybe an hour or so. It takes a little while to upload, but yeah, but
That's guess what? Because you know what? Because, you're a really nice guy and I love talking to you. That's a good talk. I'm going to I'm gonna log in. I'm gonna subscribe to your channel, dude.
oh, dude, that's nice. Yeah, that's
Turn
it right there.
it on. I'll get your notification about that video.
Cool, man. That's great. I appreciate that.
No
And
problem, bro. It's always good to subscribe to somebody, bro.
yeah, that's nice. You're a good guy. You're a cool dude. And you know what's funny? We don't even know each other's names. Isn't that funny?
Well, I'm Logan.
Logan. Okay, I'm Kenny. It's nice to meet you.
You too, bro.
All right, dude. Well, I'm gonna go and go to bed and upload this right now. Okay.
All right, bro. You have a great night.
Yeah.
I will subscribe. I'm gonna subscribe to your channel. I'll turn the post notifications on, and I maybe comment sometimes.
Dude, I would love that. I would love to hear how everything's going with football and baseball.
Dude, bet I will definitely subscribe right now. I think I'll do it on my phone.
Cool,
I'll
man.
definitely keep you updated, dude.
Awesome, man. I appreciate that.
No problem, bro.
All right, dude. Well, you keep killing it.
You too, man.
All right,
Have a
see
good
ya.
night.
Bye. Oh, cool guy. Loved it.